What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution. So not a whole lot of meat and potatoes behind this update, but there are some things that I do want to jump into, and that's going to be your epic invasion, right? So the epic invasion we've got over here, Gore the God Butcher is sitting here. This does not look like the all black necro sword that I'm used to seeing. We've got the normal daily challenge events that are in there, basically acquire those seals, guys, defeat Gore so many times as well. Then we've got the Conqueror mission as well, so you can complete and get some of the store related badges basically, and things from the Thunder Treasure box. We've got the achievement event for basically acquiring Gore seals. We've got the relay challenge event where you can get some of these dimension box tickets for defeating Gore at every stage. And then we've got the Thunder Fragment craft event. So let's go take a look at the Thunder Fragment craft event before we dip into some of this epic invasion. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend and lie to you guys. The previous epic invasion, which was the reintroduction of Crow, just wasn't my thing. I actually didn't play it that much. Matter of fact, I didn't play it really at all, if I'm being perfectly honest. I just let the event pass me by. I feel like they're running into that wall with these epic invasions, because we saw this inside 7 Deadly Sins. They were fun at first, but as they kept coming back, it just lost its value, especially with the badge creation events. They just don't seem to hold the value, if you get what I'm saying. So we've got the Thunder Fragment Craft event inside here, and you see that basically if you collect 100 of these Thunder Fragments, you're going to be able to unlock the Mighty Thor Jane Foster at 3 stars. So this is a good thing, because it basically gives everybody the chance to just flat out get this companion. Does this lower or increase the value of certain items inside the cash shop? To me, it lowers the value, and I don't know why they don't see that, but it lowers the value of purchasing some of those items inside the shop, because she's basically a freeware character that you can get very easily. So then we get the Thunder Treasure box. These has, Thor companion shards. We have companion shards for the Mighty Thor. They have to distinguish between the two of those. The 4 to 6 star God Butcher battle badges, the battle badge alloys, Gore seal, and draw tickets that can be acquired at set rate. You can also get some of the companion summon tickets or the premium companion upgrade boxes. Now, the thing I'm most excited to see in here is that they didn't do the same thing that they did on Crow, which is where they wanted us to craft items by utilizing our draw tickets and items that we collected in game in order to get those. That was a stupid idea. I don't know why they did it, but glad that they went away from it. So let's take a look at some of these battle badges inside here, because I want you guys to see those. So we got the special badge creation inside here, and we've got Gore the God Butcher. I am so looking forward to seeing my man, but I want to see him look in all his glory like we saw him inside the comic books, not necessarily what he is today. So let's take a look at some of these badge stats, right? So we've got deals up to 12% additional damage relative to the target's HP loss. This is a cool badge. I actually like that. Deals up to 12% additional damage relative to the target's HP loss. How that's going to work, I don't know, but that's on the first badge, his all black one at +5. That's not a bad badge. I actually like the way that one sounds. Let's take a look at some of his other badges inside here. I actually dig that one. That was actually pretty cool. I would love to think about how that one works, though. This is first impression, guys, so if I'm missing something here, leave it in the comment section below. So then we get here, increases damage dealt by 30% for 7 seconds when HP is 25% or below. The cooldown is 30 seconds. So now we're starting to get into how some of the other badges, that we've previously had looks. I hate these situational badges, right? Like this one is saying damage dealt when HP is 25% or below. So the only time this badge ever is going to take effect is when my HP is 25% or below. And then, it kicks in an extra 30% damage. Not exactly the badge I want to be hunting for, if I'm being perfectly honest. So 2 badge is probably something I'd leave alone in terms of looking for. Let's take a look at the 3rd badge. So this 3rd badge, we basically recovers HP equal to 8% of the skill damage dealt after using a dodge skill. That's a cool badge, especially since it only has a 15-second cooldown on it. That means I can recover some decent HP inside here, and it's after using a dodge skill as well. So that's actually good. And it's 8% of the skill damage dealt after using a dodge skill. So that's actually really good. You time that right and you roll into certain things like maybe dodge and then roll into like a gateway edge. That'd be actually pretty good. So 1 and 3 seem to be pretty decent badges. Let's take a look at number 4 over here. So we got 1 and 3 basically. Then we're looking at 4. What do we get on 4? Decreases the remaining skill cooldown by 1.5% upon attacking an enemy, and it has a 1-second cooldown. This is a cool badge because it's basically it's 1 second, so that's pretty much the time in between you utilizing attack for another enemy. I mean, there's not going to be so many places in the game where you're not going to be continually attacking enemies within a less than time. I'm trying to think of how many enemies in the game have a TTK that's less than 1%. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some. I haven't really done any counts numbers for there, but the time to kill for most targets, I would imagine, is going to be within that 0.5 to 1 second range. So this is actually cool. It might seem like 1.5% is really low, but when you think about it, and you got like mass enemies almost inside like training grounds or something like that, for instance, this can really stack up really quickly to get you there. So I actually like this one. So 1, 3, and 4. Yeah, we're on 4 right now. Okay, so 1, 3, and 4. Let's take a look at number 5 inside here. What do we got here? So on number 5, increases the enemy's cooldown by 20% for 7 seconds upon landing a skill for, yeah, leave that one alone. I'm not really gonna like. This is weird because I don't care about using this for PvE enemies, and the place that I would want to use this is specifically on characters that I'm fighting, other players. Landing a skill 4 times on a target character, I don't want to deal with those specialization usages of skills. That's just way too specialized. I gotta land the skill 4 times to increase your cooldown by 20%. I'm not really keen on that one. So I'm pretty sure it still has its uses, but it's not going to be something I headhunt for. 1, 3, and 4. Yeah, 1, 3, and 4. Moving on from 5. Let's see what number 6 has. Okay. So 6. Using a skill decreases the enemy's target stamina by 4.5%. Using a skill decreases the enemy's target. This is crazy. I'm trying to think about this because it says using a skill decreases the enemy's target stamina. How do they know which enemy? Using a skill decreases the enemy target's stamina by 4.5. Like, for instance, say I'm inside Alliance or Mega War, right? And I'm utilizing this badge. How do you know it decreases the person's stamina by 4.5 and only has a 4-second cooldown? Which enemy? Is it going to be everybody in a certain vicinity? Is it like, that's a little weird, but it doesn't seem bad either. So every of the badges inside here, 1, 3, 4, and 6 were good. The only ones was 2 and 5 is where I'd stay away from. The good thing about these battle badges too that I really like is they don't have any, adverse effects to me just using 1, 3, 4, and 6 inside there. I can escape from using 2 and 5. So that's pretty neat. I actually not mad at those badges. They're pretty decent. Now, the one thing that we always need to go back to for the Epic Invasion is taking a look at what the parameters for Epic Invasion in terms of like oh, that looks cool. I love that. That is awesome. I actually like that a lot. That's a lot. So now I have to say that I actually do like the way Gore looks. That was one of my favorite runs on Thor when Jason Aaron did that. This doesn't quite look like the all-black Necro Sword, and I'm wondering what the hell they plan on doing, because it says he's wielding the all-black Necro Sword, but that ain't the all-black Necro Sword. What they're doing with the god weapon, the thunder thing that looks like is like Zeus's weapon, the weapon of the gods. I'm not exactly sure what the hell they plan on doing there. But let's take a look over here. So the difficulty is still at the 1.7 recommended, the 1.53 on the low end. So most players should be hitting this level at this point by now. Let's see who's in the top rankings. Halfson is sitting top with Mamba and Obi Jam, followed by Buckeye. Okay, the rewards haven't changed at all. Everybody's getting those special titles, the Savior of the Gods. Yeah, it is what I thought it was. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. All right, so let's go in here and let's run stage 1. I still wish there was a way that I could run these stages, especially the initial stages, without having to use any of my battle tickets. Now, I'm noticing something here that looks a little different. The reward count is stuck at 2 out of 2. I could have sworn it was 3 out of 3 before. So, did they decrease the amount here that we're basically looking at getting at? Now, we won't probably be able to see a whole hell of a lot going into the battle stages here at 1, but we get a good idea of what's going on. I could have sworn we get three tokens every day, but now it's 2 out of 2. Maybe they're realizing people don't want to play this event every day. People are tired about this. So we got Korg, Miek, Loki, Valkyrie, the Mighty Thor. So we've got a host of people joining us here. We got Bolstag in there. The Warriors 3 is with us. Wow, my man was done for. Sif is there too. I didn't notice her at first. Who's this? Troll Giant, okay. So the God Butcher will invade in 7.7 minutes. Could this be the help that Fury spoke of? I'm impressed. There's a lot of people going on here. Okay, so we've got some lightning rod operation duration. So I'm assuming we're protecting these lightning rods over here. Okay, yeah, the lightning rods charge when we're near them. This would be even better if we were actually controlling Thor, right? And that was the reason why they were moving. That'd be pretty cool, right? I don't think. Wait a minute. Did this? I'm pissed off. So I didn't even notice until just now that this dumbass sat over here and basically started the event with just the 2 of us inside here. I always hate stupid stuff like that. Like, why would you do that? Like, did I tell you to do that? Failed to collect all the power to lightning rod because of this idiot. Pisses me off. Like, why? And Null is Gore is dead. That could have probably happened so much quicker than that. So essentially, we don't have a whole lot happening there. Because it's basically a stack up for Null there, and it definitely looks like we only get 2 rewards on a daily basis. That's odd. That's like extremely odd that they, well, I'll say it from this respect. As long as it's not messing up the in-game rewards, then I don't necessarily have a problem with it. It's the fact of whether or not it's going to mess up the amount of seals and things like that you can get. Because if the seals are going to be messed up, then essentially what you're looking down the barrel at is that you're basically having to purchase your way into things. So we got the $3.99 Gore seal box inside here. It's $4, and you can see 245 crystals. I did get this offer earlier for $50 to get the special companion selection box as well. I don't really intend to purchase any of those things. They're just not. That's not in my wheelhouse to do. I've really gone free to play in a major way with this game. What the hell is going? Okay, there's 3 of us in here. Why is there only 3 of us? Like, everybody's just like, screw it, we're gonna go. Mighty Thor. It seems there are other matters that must be dealt with. Okay, we'll deal with them then. So I do like the fact that they've limited down the amount of times that we need to run this event. Like I said, it's just a matter of what's going to happen in terms of how the rewards are ultimately going to look like, because I don't think a lot of us are going to want to look at having to purchase into rewards. As long as they're able to mitigate like the total number of seals and things like that that you're getting, there shouldn't be a whole hell of a lot of reason for why you can do this. One of the things that they could have done inside these invasions is made your rewards stackable. You know what I mean? So like, for instance, if I have 3 reward accounts, right? Instead of you basically making me run the event 3 times, allow me to utilize all 3 of those tickets in order to secure rewards, and then it's there. So like if I went out and I purchased 20 tokens, 20 tickets or something like that, because I wanted to whale out, right? And I got 20 tickets, let me choose the number of tickets that I want to spend on any one run, and then my rewards are doled out by that. So Marvel Future Fight has this inside their game, like when you play, you know, Giant Boss Raid, for instance, you can purchase boost points, right? And the amount of boost points that you have kind of end up doubling up the rewards or the total amounts that you can get from there. And that is a good idea to me. Let me show you what I'm talking about here with this, right? So essentially, if I went inside Giant Boss Raid, right? So this is the event, and you can see up here, these are my total boost points inside that event, right? What I can do is I can go inside here. I'm just going to do this for the sake of doing so that way you can see it. I can go inside here and I can create an event, right? And then while I'm in here, based on the number of boost points I have, I can increase my total reward counts. So with 100 boost points, I can go pretty much 3 times, and I'm using 80 boost points to triple my rewards. Now, any of these extra synergy characters and stuff like that, they kind of boost up the chances of getting that reward. But this essentially allows me, instead of having to run this event 3 times a day or 4 times a day or 5 times a day, I can just boost up this whole reward count, so that way I can get to that reward in just one go. It kind of saves time. It's something I think they should do here with these, where it can be like, okay, well, I'm going to run the event, but I don't have to run the event so many times. I can just use my total number of tickets that I have inside here in order to get to the end. I think that would be the better spin-off, instead of giving me a total reward count that I have to use here. Just make it so that way players can use those, because, like, for instance, you know, you're rolling into time. Not everybody's going to want to play this for the next 25 days, 26 days, whatever, and try to build up score rewards and stuff like that. You just may be like, hey, I got 10 tickets. Let me just get 10 times the reward. Hey, I've got like 3 tickets left. Let me just run it 1 time and I'll get 3 times the rewards, you know. And it just helps with the speed of being able to complete these on a daily basis, so that way you don't feel burdened and encumbered by jumping on. I think a lot of times mobile gaming platforms forget this is still a mobile gaming platform, and not everybody wants to jump in here. So that's Epic Invasion, guys. I'm going to play through the rest of these. You're obviously going to get these rewards consistently coming up. Hopefully it's not too bad inside here, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you are, hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 mark, guys. Help me get there. Until next time, peace.